The quest for a big elephant bull is considered by many as the pinnacle of a hunter's career. To follow in the footsteps of giants is reward enough to come to the Dark Continent. On today's show, Jim Nicholas has returned to Botswana to once again take on the largest elephant bulls in all of Africa. And if the hunt for a big bull is exciting, imagine the experience of hunting two bulls on the same safari. The Ivory Trail is at your feet as we open the pages of Trigicon's world of sports afield. Trigicon's World of Sports Afield has been brought to you by Trigicon, Brilliant Aiming Solutions, DSC, the Dallas Safari Club, Ruger Firearms, Hornady Manufacturing, Accurate, Deadly, Dependable, the Wildlife Gallery Custom Taxidermy Studio, Leica Sport Optics, Boyd Harness Company, Global Rescue, anytime, anywhere. The Wild Sheep Foundation. And by Les Chameaux, handcrafted since 1927.
Well, we're back. It's just, it's a long trip, but it's always nice to be back. And it's just got a chance to take a look around, and it's still cool. The air conditioner is working just fine. And it says, but this morning it says we're up for breakfast early. And going to go out and take a look at, see what we can find. Look forward to getting started.
This is my third time hunting with Jim. On his first hunt he got a really exceptional elephant. It was just always hard to beat, but we always try and get something pretty good. We just spotted a bull. We're just going to go have a look, see what it looked like. Got some bullets in there. All right. He's got a really big body, but he's broken right at the lip. Let's just see, he might have another. Jim, there's two bulls that were standing here, and we found the tongue here still real warm. So let's just follow them. Not that big. It's nice to look at. Although he was the best bull we've seen so far, myself and Jim agreed that we still had plenty of days left, so we just carried on looking. Turned out there was 4 bulls in there. The biggest one was a single tusker, but nothing what we're looking for in the first couple of days. So we'll just carry on.
We got off the truck when we saw an elephant off from a distance, and walked out, and it says, as we got over to the area where he was, it says we started seeing more. The elephants had started to move, and it says moving means that they're out there eating. There's quite a few in the afternoon, so the morning was pretty quiet, but the afternoon really picked up.
Mother Nature smiles early on Jim Nicholas when Trijicon's World of Sports Afield returns.
When we were doing our scouting, trying to find them, we have them generally picked out in this area, but we saw a bunch of them. It's very difficult to tell what we actually had. One seemed to have a much bigger body than the rest of them. So we decided to follow around and see if we could see his tusk. Like I say, there again, they move in and out of the bush so easily, it's hard to believe.
Once we went around the bulls, we had a good look at them because they were feeding right into us. And that gave us enough time to look at this bull because it's really dry this season. And from what I've seen that was in the skinning shed, this was a really good bull to take. It is hard early in the safari to make a decision like that, but having two bulls made it easier. After looking at him for a while, the Jim decided that even though it's early in the safari, that we're going to take him. Hit him again, hit him again. Good shot. Great shot. Come with me. Come with me. Reload. Watch out that side. I want you to kneel down and shoot him right there for me. All right? You see that? That's it. Well done. Jeez. Well done, Jim.
Well, we saw about 20 bulls today, and it says we were right at the ragged edge in the evening, and we saw this one, and he just looked too good not to take. So we got a chance, got up on him, caught him from the side, and it worked kind of like we planned. All of a sudden, you find out what a double rifle really means. So they're as good as they say, and it's extremely exciting. It's just, what can you say? One with hair in it this time.
Well, Jim, congratulations. It didn't take you very long.
Yeah, right.
Well done.
Thank
Great
you.
shooting. Tim, it was good having you. Cheers, yeah? Cheers.
Well, says we got it done. It says it was hard to believe we did it in the first day. The day started off pretty slow, but boy, it sure picked up in the afternoon. It was tough to make a decision to take one so early, but he's a pretty good looking bull, and says I'm quite pleased with him. This year, it says we did something a little different. We used a double rifle, and last year I was working the bolt pretty fast, but you just can't hardly work them fast enough. The double rifle is exactly the thing. It's brand new to me, and I'm just really pleased with it. Heim's did a very nice job with it.
Jim, it's a beautiful bull. Congratulations. Well done. Now we can go for a really big one.
Well, thank you very much.
Congratulations. Well done.
Our double bull elephant adventure continues from Botswana when Trijicon's World of Sports Afield returns.
Well, it's Friday morning. We're, got our first one. In this particular time, we're going to go head up to the northern part, sort of the northern border of the concession, and see what we can find up there. Maybe even find a bigger one. You never know.
Now that we had one bull down, we really had enough time to look for another good bull. So we're just going to take it day by day and see what we can find. We're driving around and we saw in the distance under a tree it's starting to warm up, and we saw 5 bulls under a tree. We made our way around, looked at them. There was one bull that was really nice. He had nice long ivory, but just not thick enough. We had a good look at him and studied him pretty well, but he was just not good enough.
Well, the next couple of days, this is after you've taken one. Now we started hunting, and got a chance to see a lot of elephants over a period of time. But you cover a tremendous amount of miles in a day. But it's one of those things that you get a chance to break it up a bit because you see so many other types of game. We saw some wild dogs, and it says I'd never seen that here, and the giraffe and this type of thing, and the kudos. So there's quite a lot of game around, but it's just intermittent. You pick up on them.
It's been several days. We've looked at a lot of bulls, but we just haven't seen anything good. So we just carry on looking.
Well, they call it hunting for a reason, because it says what we were doing was we were hunting, but it says in the mornings you just didn't see much. One of the mornings we finally got a chance to see an animal off in the distance. It was reasonably early yet, and so we decided to walk out to take a look.
See him standing right in the trees there. Yeah. There's one to his right, and then this one's coming. Tap one hand above the cheekbone. Right at the back of that indentation. Although he was the best bull we've seen so far, myself and Jim agreed that we still had plenty of days left, so we just carried on looking.
Okay. Jim Nicholas is moving in on the completion of a dream when Trijicon's World of Sports Afield returns. And now, Inside the Hunt, brought to you by Hornady.
The RMR, the ruggedized mini reflex, just a great solution to the guy who wants to come on safari in Africa in pursuit of elephant or other heavy bone game with a double rifle, but is not comfortable using iron sights. You know, the very idea of putting a scope on a double rifle, for a lot of purists, ruins the lines of it. However, with this RMR, it's quickly removable. It doesn't leave, it's just got a tiny little hole, so there's no real change to the lines of your classic double rifle, and you can even carry it in your pocket in case you need that shot. But let me tell you what, having that extra 100 or 150 yards where you can shoot accurately is very often the difference between success and failure. So an RMR is a very affordable way to turn your very close quarters double rifle into a fairly far-reaching rifle that can be very effective in many different scenarios and ensure that your trophy room is full of the trophies that you want.
It's about mid-morning. We're down to one shirt now, and it says we spotted some elephants, and we're going to take a walk back in there and see just what we're looking at. It says normally we see most of our elephants just before noon or right after noon. We'll see how things work out with this one.
Just waiting to see what the biggest body one of them. We just want to see what his does look like. We know he's very long, but we don't know how thick he is.
When we decided to go after this one, we got up close and you could see they were just a little bit spooky in this area. And but about the time we got up to him to really be able to tell, off they went. And when they go, says they don't move slow.
He's pretty nice.
Yeah, he looked pretty good, and we decided to make a second stalk on the same animal, and working around the wind and with the wind, we're able to get up far closer to him.
Look at the wind swirling around. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a big half moon around him, and then just come into the wind. Okay. All right. Hurry.
The wind was swirling around. We were in some really thick stuff. He knew we were there, so we had to move a little. And whenever he heard us, we had to wait. So it took a while for us to get in, but eventually we got set up in a pretty open spot so Jimmy could make a perfect side-brain shot. Good shot. Come with me. Beautiful, Jim. Well done. Congratulations, that's what you want.
Thank you very much, yes.
Beautiful. Well done.
Well, here we are. Says we feel like we've been walking for miles and miles today, but we saw this guy from the road, came in. Oh gosh, very long way. It's hot. The wind was really swirling around. So we saw him. He had very nice looking, very even ivory, and this is some of the best we've seen here so far. So we decided to take him and was able to come up and shot on him and got him with the first shot. And was very pleased with that. It says, you know, he says, double rifle's wonderful, but it's even nicer when you don't have to use the second one. Well, yeah, we're about to weigh the tusk. It says it's one of those things that you know, it's not a big deal on the one hand, but it is on the other. So it says look forward to it, and it says I'm sure it's going to work out. We'll just see how long poor Yuki has to stand there holding it.
Jim, you came out here with a thought what you wanted. What did you expect? Because everybody comes out with some numbers.
I was kind of looking this time since I've done it before, high 50s, low 60s, that kind of thing. Just, you know, get a feel for it.
Wow.
I thought that was
That was
That's
more than I was
7-3.
expecting. No, I am pleased. This is very
Is
pleased.
that more what you came out here for?
Yes. This is the right game.
73 pounds.
That's super.
Overall, it turns out the safari was wonderful. As usual, it's one of those things that I'll be thinking about the rest of the year. But since I couldn't ask for a better thing, and since we have some time left, and we're going to head up to a couple of the other areas and do a little bit of the photographic, which is a different style thing. The elephants, nothing is better than the elephants, but the other is very nice to take pictures.
Trigicon's World of Sports Afield has been brought to you by Trigicon, Brilliant Aiming Solutions, DSC, the Dallas Safari Club, Ruger Firearms, Hornady Manufacturing, Accurate, Deadly, Dependable, the Wildlife Gallery Custom Taxidermy Studio, Leica Sport Optics, Boyd Harness Company, Global Rescue, anytime, anywhere, the Wild Sheep Foundation, and by Les Chameaux, handcrafted since 1927. Closed captioning by Les Chameaux, available at orbis.com/Les Chameaux.